Today, we're talking about staying fit and healthy this winter. Now, I know it can be really tough to keep motivation levels up and stay on track when things are so dark, cold, gloomy outside. But fear not! I am coming to your rescue with some expert fitness tips to help you stay on track and reach your goals even during winter. Hey there, and welcome to my new YouTube channel. I'm Laura Smith, health and fitness coach for Fitness Magazine Studio, where we bring fitness to you right in the comfort of your own home. I'm so excited to be here and even more excited that you are here, as this is quite a special moment. It is my first official YouTube video. No time like the present, so let's jump right in. To start with, let's discuss why it's important to change our routine when it comes to winter. Colder temperatures will naturally affect our motivation. Shorter days and a lack of sunlight might also affect your energy and your mood. And I think the one that hits most of us hard is that our appetites go into a kind of hibernation mode. These aspects are going to make it more challenging to stick to your goals. This is why we want to look at changing small aspects of our routine so that as we transition into winter and as winter progresses, we're able to more comfortably and more easily show up for ourselves and our goals. So let's discuss some changes you can make to your eating habits. It's common knowledge by now that if you want to be lean, healthy, perform your best, feel your best, that nutrition is key. So how do we create or maintain healthy eating habits during winter? I'm pretty sure that when most of us picture healthy eating, we see a salad. That does not taste like winter. And that is why my first tip is to transition into more warmer, nutrient-dense meals and recipes. Swapping out salads and smoothies for soups, stews, and hot porridges like oats will provide your body with that warming comfort feel that it's craving right now. Tip number 2 is to buy seasonal. Not only will this save you money, but seasonal fruits and vegetables also contain generally a higher nutrient density and happen to taste better. Make a big batch of soup or chili, something warm and comforting that's really loaded with a lot of healthy ingredients at the beginning of the week. When you're busy or you're not in the mood, you're not motivated, don't want to wash dishes, don't want to chop vegetables, you've got food that you can just grab and go with. It's all about making life that little bit more convenient. Stay hydrated, they said. It will be fun, they said. We all know that keeping up with your water intake during winter feels near impossible. It's freezing cold out. Who wants to drink ice cold water? And if you do, you are a little bit crazy. So you could, if you wanted to, drink lukewarm water. I know, sounds gross, but it could also just mean drinking water that is a little bit warmer than room temperature so that it's not ice cold when it's going down. You could alternatively replace the water that you would be drinking with hot teas, hot water with lemon in it. This will help to keep you warm, giving you that comforting feeling once again, and also help you to increase your overall hydration because you're not sipping on this ice cold water that is just staring at you all day long, sitting on your desk, just looking at you. I know what it's like, it happens to me. We need to swap out the things that we don't enjoy for things that are more comforting, so play around until you find what works for you. And on that note, tip number 5 is to actually swap what you drink your water out of. So if you typically drink your water out of some kind of stainless steel bottle or glass bottle, swap that out for BPA-free plastic, as this will help to make sure that the water actually increases in temperature and it doesn't stay ice cold like it was when it came out of the tap. I know nutrition is tough, but we got this. You got this, I got this, we're gonna do this. Good nutrition this winter. We're gonna eat so good this winter. Next up, changing up your wardrobe. There is absolutely no reason to be freezing. Start by dressing in layers, making sure that whatever you're wearing before you start working out is keeping your body warm. Remove these layers as your body temperature begins to increase, even keeping on an extra layer or 2 if needed to keep your body warm throughout your workouts. When you get to your cool down, put on a thin long sleeve layer that will help to keep your body warm as you cool down so that your body temperature doesn't drop too quickly. Keep in mind you have been sweating and your skin is starting to get cold. As soon as you stop moving, that temperature is going to drop a lot faster. Keep yourself a little bit warmer by keeping that layer on. Invest in a good pair of thermal leggings or tights, especially if you are training outdoors. Don't forget about your head, hands, and feet. You could wear a nice warm hat, some earmuffs, gloves, nice thick long socks that will help to keep your extremities warm. And our last tip here, which is actually going to be coming up again, is pack your clothes out or pack your gym bag. Make sure that you're always prepared ahead of time. You want to know that if your schedule just goes crazy or if you wake up late, it's so quick and easy to get dressed or to just grab that gym bag and go. It's all about saving us time and staying organized so that it makes it easier for us to get to our workout. Let's talk about adjusting your training. First off, try working out if you can in the mornings when it's typically a bit warmer. So this would be after sunrise. If your schedule doesn't allow for it, it's okay, but hey, there's always the weekend or that off day where you don't have to wake up at the crack of dawn. Consider joining a group fitness class or get an accountability buddy to help keep you accountable to your workouts. It is so much easier to show up when you know that there's someone else showing up with you or waiting for you, expecting you. There's that little added pressure of showing up. It's not just for yourself. You are expected and you will arrive. Be flexible with your schedule and don't beat yourself up if you miss a workout. Just get back on track the next day. It's also a good idea to extend your warm-up period or incorporate a little bit more cardiovascular activity during your warm-up so that you get your hands and your feet warm and there is proper blood flow through the body. And on a similar note, I also suggest incorporating a little bit more HIIT work, so high intensity interval training or cardio during the winter months, because it warms your body up so much. It feels amazing to essentially feel like it's summer again. You don't feel the cold because your body's just so warm. And I find that incorporating this during the winter months is so great, especially because they're harder during summer. When it's hot and you're sweating like crazy, you can't breathe and it feels like you're breathing in hot air. We don't get that in winter, so make the most of that now. And a little bonus for my South African friends who deal with load shedding. As I film this video, I am crossing my fingers that the power is not about to go out, which I'm scheduled for because it's going to get real dark in here. So let's hope we can get this video done before that happens. Load shedding sucks and it's not going anywhere. Now, if you've got your solar system set up and your inverters and you don't feel load shedding, then you can just exit the video now, you're good to go. But for the rest of us, we need to consider what kind of changes we need to make during load shedding. First off, have a home workout space available. All you need is a couple of dumbbells. You don't need a lot of equipment to train from home, but having something means that if you're stuck in traffic and you can't get to the gym in time and everything's just going haywire, and there it goes out. So make sure that you've got an option to train at home, especially because if you're sitting in traffic and you can't get to the gym in time, you're going to want to get your workout in. I do not want you skipping your workout because of load shedding. Get home or before you leave home, quickly squeeze in that workout, squeeze in that activity, get that movement in, and have that moment where you've prioritized your body for the day. You deserve it, and load shedding is not going to take it from you. These little babies are all I need during load shedding. I'm able to provide classes without any other light. They really do go a long way. You can charge them when there's power, or you could even charge them with a power bank. Those were about $100 from a local store in my area. I have also seen them available at lighting stores. Let the light in. And make sure that when you train, you're training in a safe space that does have enough lighting so that you don't accidentally trip over something and fall and get injured, and then you can't exercise, and then it's the whole winter gone and you haven't done any workouts. make sure that you've got some lighting. Download some YouTube video workouts so that you've got something ready and available for those days where you're going to be following along at home. What I love about the download feature is that once it's downloaded, if you've got load shedding and you don't have access to internet, you can still follow along with the workouts. And keep an eye out on my YouTube channel, as I will be sharing with you some awesome winter workouts over the next 3-4 months. And what saves me during load shedding? The UPS. If you don't have an inverter, this little baby can power your internet, so you can actually have access to YouTube and access to virtual live classes like we provide at Fitness Mag Studio, which also adds to the extra accountability factor, which is why I recommend live classes over following videos on your own time. And we're going to finish off with 5 bonus tips for those of you that train in the early morning. First off, pack your clothes out. Make sure that what you're going to wear to work out in the morning is right there at the edge of your bed. You are literally going to step out of bed and put those clothes on. This will help to keep you warm, and it'll also help encourage you to get out of bed. I promise, it works. Do it. Next up, make sure that you have your hot water or your coffee or whatever thing you like to drink first thing in the morning ready. Because I know that if you are training at 5:15 in the morning, you don't want to wake up at 4:30 so that you can dawdle around. Organize your space so that everything runs like clockwork. And with it being very dark in the mornings, sunrise is currently like 6:30. If you are hit with load shedding during the time when you're supposed to wake up, then also make sure that with your clothes, you have that mobile little load shedding light that you use right there next to your bedside. That way, again, you're gonna wake up, turn the lights on, and then get dressed. Oh, pump it up. Pump it. Pump up the music. It is really tough getting out of bed super early before the sun has even risen, and now you've got to jump into a workout full of energy and vigor. Have a playlist of your absolute favorite songs, and you can always add to it as you go, ready and there, pumping and playing. And best of all is that when it's in your own space, you can go cray-cray. Whatever your favorite music is, whether it's pop, heavy metal, maybe some classical, whatever your favorite music is, you can pump it up in your own space and get that energy and vibe flowing. When you are at that point in your workout where you're just so tired, you feel like you can't bring another 3 reps, and Laura's telling me in my ear on the Zoom to push and do more and keep going, that music is what is going to carry you through. And lastly, I highly recommend for my South African friends once again to invest in a gas heater. I know not everyone's a fan of gas and you might be a little bit afraid. It really just comes down to making sure that you're familiar with how to turn it on and off, and you actually know the safety features. But having a little gas heater to warm you up or warm up a small space or the area that you're training in can really take that bite out of the air. And what's great is that even when it's load shedding, you'll still be able to follow that routine of heating up your space for 5 minutes before you train. We've talked about how you can change your routine and a few tips and tricks to stay on track this winter. We're going to be coming back next week to discuss how to stay motivated during winter. I know that this is the crux really, you can do the whole routine thing, you can set everything up in place, but how do we stay motivated to actually show up and do what we need to do to reach those goals? That'll be coming next week, so stay tuned, and thanks so much for watching.